Welcome back to POPPYN. I'm Earl and I'm here with Kenny Williams-Medley, and we will be continuing on the topic of education. So Kenny, why don't you tell everyone who you are and what role do you play in education?
Hi, my name is Kenny Williams-Medley. I work for the UCCP. I am a member of the Active Scholars. I'm a facilitator of the education group.
So what topic around education are you focusing on?
We're focusing on, I guess, not an ineffectiveness, but the inequality of education. And my goal is to fix these problems, not get on camera or get in front of people and vent. Because as a young person, I feel like it's my responsibility to do something about it.
So what outlet are you using to make your voice heard or to get this message out there?
We're doing it through peer education, meaning my goal is for everything that I know or been through is to spread it to my fellow Active Scholars. Because if it's 10 of them and I tell 10 of them, and those people tell 10 more people, exponentially our word will get out there in a good way, fast.
So what outcome are you seeking to get with this project?
My outcome with this is to let the people who are actually in the schools now to know that if they want change, they're going to have to be the change. People who are in their 30s or 40s, I mean, people have good intentions, the people in City Hall, but it's not their job at the end of the day because they live their life. They're working on a problem right now. If you're not going to do anything to take control of that, I mean, it's in somebody else's hands. You don't want to wait for something to happen. Like, I like to say that some people, it's two types of people. Some people wait for stuff to happen, and some people make stuff happen. And for a long time, the people at the bottom or in these schools are just waiting for something else to happen.
So recently, the National Dropout Conference was held. Can you talk a little about that?
Yes. I, along with Miss Aisha, we met with some very wonderful people from all around the country who all had one goal in mind. That's to, I guess, prevent people from dropping out of high school. And at the Dropout Conference, one of the main points that they're trying to make was being a dropout is not something you do overnight. You don't go to school in September the 1st, and then on the 2nd you decide you're going to drop out. Like, it's a process.
So let's see what was popping at the National Dropout Prevention Conference.
I was sworn in almost 3 years ago. In January of 2008, I talked about three critically important goals for the city. One, of course, was about violence, and we had to significantly reduce the homicide and violent crime rate here in Philadelphia. We've had some success in that regard. But the other two actually help the one and help everything else that we were going to do. We had to cut in half the high school dropout rate and double the college degree attainment rate. If we do those two things, this city and every other city in the United States of America will be a better place, not only for our young people, but for all Americans.
But it takes time and process to make that happen, and we need to have our young people organized and having a voice and challenging the adults that this graduation rate policy is just not acceptable.
Because the more and more I hear, the dropout rate is tragic.
We thought that the best way to get across our message was through a panel discussion, that we would take young people from all over who had different experiences and have a discussion. We look to Lisa Nutter to help us have the conversation with these young people. She's going to facilitate the panel discussion. She's going to ask the hard questions of the young people, and she's going to challenge the audience to listen to the young people.
Help them to see, you know, and understand coming from youth that are in it.
That young people are being pushed out of school and then that we keep calling them dropouts.
You need schools to be safe, you need books, you actually need something to teach kids. You actually need to like nurture these kids' minds, because some kids, they really don't. Some kids, I mean, if you could see their future, I mean, if you could walk where I live at, you could see some kids' future, and it ain't good.
So I think that what policymakers who come to this conference are going to learn from the youth is a little bit of, here's what we're going through, here's how you can start to support us better, here's how you can keep us in school, and realize that it's not, I don't think it's as hard as everyone thinks it is to keep these kids in school.
I guess some type of role model that I'm gonna see.
Just being in school and having people motivate you, having like he had his friends motivate him, getting there and having your peers motivate you, and everybody riding your back, making sure that you getting up and coming to school in the morning. You know, just having them people there in your life daily through the whole journey of high school was my big motivation to stay in school.
But I guess treat all around, just programs like that really help the kids, especially the ones who are more well-behaved and really serious about their school at the time, are less troublesome. Like, it really makes a difference for them.
After this meeting, I set out myself to stay in school, to finish high school, and to begin the community.
I challenge each of you when you return home from this conference to find one young person in your school, your place of worship, and your community to make that connection with and be that positive voice in their life. If you have the power or influence to do a little more, then it is up to you to ensure that young people, that youth, regardless of circumstances, attend schools where they are respected, motivated, and supported to learn. Thank you again.
So Chris, what did you think of the Dropout Convention?
I think it's a fantastic convening of people who care desperately about our young people in the country, and we need to make sure that everybody who wants to make sure our graduation rate goes up, that we make sure our young people have futures, come to this conference year after year, because we have to get better at what we do.
Well, you were on the panel and you spoke to everybody from all over the country today. What impact do you think that's going to have on the people?
I hope it have a major impact. We got a lot of good information out there that they can take back to their cities and states and take back to their youth, you know.
And you also spoke on the panel today. So how do you feel now that you completed it?
I feel so good. Like, it's hard to describe. It's like I'm floating, but I'm still on the ground. Like, I'm glad that we got it out there to so many people. Like, it's a relief. It's an honor. It's just, it's amazing.
Well, I mean, adults have a lot of ideas about what we think works, but the reality is that so do young people, and they actually know better what supports them than we do often. And, you know, in addition, in my work, what I find is that they come up with solutions that we would have never thought of. And usually the solutions are low cost to no cost and pretty simple to do. And I think, you know, what young people articulate really clearly that they say they need, they talk about high expectations and people needing to have high standards for them. They talk about, you know, needing good, solid, positive relationships with positive adults. And they talk about an opportunity, a bridge to, you know, something, a bridge to a job, a bridge to college, a bridge to an internship. And those things are things that as a community we can organize around and are organizing around.
Well, how will you keep advocating for this issue?
I got a couple things lined up where I met a lot of people, got some business cards to get them a call, where I get to come in, like I was telling you, speak to some of these students, you know, West Philly High. I got invited to Las Vegas, so maybe we could set that up to go down to Las Vegas to talk to some people. But I do it a lot in my school that I'm at now, that I'm representing today, where I go down and I sit in the men's groups and things like that and get that same story out and, you know, lend a tutoring hand or, you know, motivate. But I'm advocating daily. You know what I mean?
So you're like a peer leader, like you believe in that?
Yes, I'm a peer leader. I'm the alumni youth build. So I get there and I let them see what they finished product going to be. You know what I mean? I let them see what they could end up being by coming through the process.
right, thanks for rocking with us. That was Poppin'. This is the end of the show. Matter of fact, you can check us out at what'spoppin.blogspot and
Happy holidays! People all over the world.
Okay, so this is Earl Poppin. We're about to bust our fellow crew members. So much for going to class, right?
See, look, my class is right here.
Yeah,
right?
but you in there though.
You see everyone outside.
But you.
Alright, they giving a speech. I can't walk right in class.
Yeah, but you could have been coming to help us though.
Look, why you so?
Be the man, but was trying to make a man of me. He's the first one to say it. So be you. The true friends you'll see, the others you'll see through. It's like street music, the men rap. It's your beef with him stepping in. I rap fully like 10 cents to 10.
Hi, this is Aaron Kennedy, and we're with.
Poppin'. That's corny.
And we're with
Poppin'.
Today we're here at for Nonviolent Schools, and we'll be, I don't know what we're doing today. So
We're here at Community College of Philadelphia on 7th and Spring Garden. We are a team.
How many of us have bones like them? Soft metal ends of pencils that fiction take. Close to erase blank space on recycled waste.
I got it right now. See a youth and I can't. It's a tongue twister.
Organizations come together and talk about the issues in the city, such as violence in schools and violence in the community. So stay tuned for more.
You tried. Okay, I got it. I can do it. I got you. One more time. Ready? Ready, Mo? Look at the camera. Hi, I'm Erla.
Aaron. Mostly. Saeed.
And we're
Poppin'.
We are. Okay, sorry. Okay. Many workshops such as school to prison pipeline? That sounds funny. Okay. Sorry.
Wait, now move on. Out of organizers, and I would like to say it was what? That's what I'm looking at. Like y'all did not.
A way of life will never end. A way of life is like no other. A way of life will never end.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we should just take a second.
I can't do things like that. So it's been a great day.
Alright, go ahead.
We're wrapping up where it's been a great day at the Youth Power Summit. No, I seen a red light about to go off. I didn't know.
You guys about to go off.
I don't have a tape. All right.
A way of life will never end. A way of life is like no other. A way of life will never